They've directed everything from Janet Jackson and REM music videos to giant commercial ads for some of the world's biggest companies, and even the movie Little Miss Sunshine. I'm here today with Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris, directors of the new movie, Ruby Sparks. How you guys doing?
Good, very good.
Well, I want to just tell you, the movie was amazing. I saw it last night. I saw a pre-screening of it last night. What made you want to pick this movie up, and what's the backstory?
Well, I love how it has this kind of crazy premise that a girl magically appears, but it still, illustrates these very basic things that happen between all men and women. There's a lot of human truths in it.
Everybody can relate or identify with the kind of issues that this couple, what they go through.
Yeah.
Even though he created her, he still has to deal with, what it's like to have a relationship with a real woman.
Now, Zoe Kazan, she wrote the film, but she also stars in it. What is it like to direct somebody that wrote the film?
Well, for us, that was a scary prospect at first, like, oh, how are we going to work with a writer who's also an actor? And so what we did was spend about 9 months with Zoe working on the script to make sure that we were all on the same page and we all had the same, kind of a shared vision for the movie, so that when we started shooting, Zoe could really just focus on being Ruby, and I think that worked really well.
She didn't yell "cut" in the middle of something.
Yeah, exactly.
She really handed it over to us. I think at a certain point, there's the version of the movie that's on the page, and then there's the movie, and we become sort of the authors of the movie. And she was so good at just kind of saying, okay, you guys, here, I'm trusting this with you, and I'm not going to think about it.
Did it help to have the writer on set, too?
Yeah, it's like having a doctor in the house. Something isn't working, you can talk to her about it.
You directed this movie about control and balance in relationships, and you're directing together. I mean, most couples have trouble directing each other on how to drive a car correctly.
Right.
Well, we argue more about that than we do about our work, so.
But, it helps that we love what we do, but, couples have to raise kids together, and that's much harder than
making a movie together.
Working,
Yeah, we don't think about it too much. It's funny because people have brought that up a lot. How did you work with another couple? And you guys are a couple, and I think when you're working, you're so focused on the work, that all that other, you don't really think about. I don't think about our marriage when we're working,
of course.
And actually, it's a good distraction.
The movie was full of surprises, and one surprise that I was like, oh my gosh, was the main character goes back to his house, and Antonio Banderas happens to be his mother's significant other.
Right.
How did you get Antonio Banderas to do an independent film?
Well, Antonio's done so many things, and I think at this point he wants to experiment, try, he's done big movies, and I think he was really excited to do something small and funny.
And he had just done the Pedro Almodovar movie, The Skin I Live In, and so I think he's kind of interested in just doing stuff that sounds like fun to him. There's a lot of Antonio, I think, in this character.
Exactly, it was a delight to see him just
break loose.
Feel like that's what he's like.
No,
he is. He's an amazing guy, and he's like one of the most. He's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun to shoot him. It was fun to shoot him with his shirt off, jumping in the pool. But both Annette and Antonio, it was incredible to have them in this movie.
You've done music videos. You do a whole bunch of commercials right now, and you've shot movies that have been pretty successful. What is the next move?
We're going to do a pilot for HBO with this guy Daniel Klaus, who wrote Ghost World, and he's a comic book artist. So that's next. But right now, we're just excited to have Ruby Sparks out, and we're traveling around the country and doing Q&As after the film, and it's great to see people in a theater. That's the thing. See it in a theater.
Theater is the only way.
Hearing people laugh and kind of go on the roller coaster ride of this movie. It's fun to see.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And for all of you out there, make sure to check out Ruby Sparks. It comes out August 3rd. Thanks for coming through, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to meet you.